365 days, how can you produce milk? You ask anybody on the road right now, आपको पता है कि milk कैसे आता है? Cruelty होती है, they'll not know. Trust me when I say that. A human mother can produce 365 days? No. Similarly with cows. So actually not a lot of people know that I used to be petrified of dogs. My very close friend, an avid animal lover, one day on my birthday,
तो पहले जो food pyramid होता था, fruit and vegetables was in the biggest
category.
आप उन्होंने उल्टा कर दिया.
Oh.
Okay, so meat and dairy is now at the top of the US food pyramid.
Oh.
And then I was reading that 8 of the 9 researchers on the food pyramid were paid by the meat and dairy industry.
I feel it's not my right to have a cow's milk. Yeah. Cow's milk is for the calf and not me. No, I do own leather bags. I do have leather shoes. But
I don't want to come across that I'm commenting on anyone's religion. I am not. I question when we act hypocritically. We support cruel systems. We don't care about pollution. We don't care about our impact on the world.
I saw 300 dogs were killed. What is wrong with them? Seriously, you feel you are powerful by hitting a voiceless? So I'm very happy that in India there are so many vegan restaurants. There are a lot of good brands for having vegan options for bags, shoes, belts. It's not that we are just blabbering and people are not listening. There is a change.
Hi guys, welcome to Kindness with Amy. Today I'm joined by the beautiful Karishma Tanna. She is an entrepreneur and she is an actor as well as an animal lover. Welcome, Karishma.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. I'm so excited to have you. I've been following your journey and I understand that you are an avid animal lover, which is incredible. So am I. And I wanted you to share a little bit about your journey. Where did this love for animals begin and where has it taken you in your life?
So actually not a lot of people know that I used to be petrified of dogs. Okay, petrified. Like I used to not like them around me, or maybe I used to coexist with them, but I used to not touch them, or I used to not get into their space, and I would not let them also come because I was not comfortable. Maybe, I don't know.
Were you attacked by a dog?
I was never attacked by a dog, but it's just that I just didn't feel like touching them for some reason because I thought they're dangerous or whatever. And you know, when you're in your childhood, I mean, I was not taught that, you know, be kind to animals, or when you see an animal on the road, maybe feed them. It was just that, okay, they coexist with us. So there was nothing much about it. When I grew, my very close friend was an avid animal lover, and one day on my birthday, because she couldn't take it that I'm her very close friend and I am not an animal lover, she gifted me a pup.
Oh.
And my reaction was like, have you lost it? What is wrong with you? I mean, how will I take care? I'm shooting, I'm busy. So like, no, you have to, you're my very close friend and you have to be an animal lover. So I'm gifting you this pup, Cocker Spaniel, I remember, on my birthday. I somehow managed pooping, this, that. Then gradually that was a process of me loving them. And I was like, okay, they are not dangerous, or they don't bite, or, you know, that's when the love for animals happened. And then it's unstoppable. I mean, I'm telling you, like, if I am sitting and if I'm talking to somebody, and if people are talking, but if I see a bird or an animal or dog or a cat around me, my attention will go there only.
I'm the same.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's beautiful, actually. I feel the journey and the 360-degree change of attitude is good. I love it.
Do you get more excited? Like, let's say if you're at a party, okay, and then there's someone's baby and they're introducing you to their baby, and then there's also a puppy.
It's always happened to me.
I would divert to the
It's
puppy.
always happened to me that I'm like, oh, hi, so cute. But then I am just attracted to the dog.
Yeah.
You know, like in Goa also, there's like a full-on party, but there's like their dogs just running everywhere. And I just go to them.
Yeah.
Hell with the party. I want to like just be with the dog.
I thought I was the only one.
No, I just love. And I love any kind of animal, you know, any. I'm now okay with... like any, if you say. I'm just okay. I just want everybody to just coexist.
The thing is now they're just so innocent, and I think that's what I love so much. They're so pure, full of joy, and they have so much love to give. If you give them that opportunity, there's so much love to give. And for me, it's just really shocking actually, like what has been happening in India at the moment. Specifically, I'm talking about India because of what's been happening with the Supreme Court. And it's so disappointing, like the amount of reels and things videos that have been surfacing of these aunties and uncles jo dande leke are like
So
hitting feeders, they're killing dogs. And I'm like, was this there when I was growing up? I don't remember. I feel like it's gotten worse. Like people have gotten
They've
worse.
just got power. It's just come in the limelight and it's just put a lot of light on that topic. People were initially also okay with dogs and strays around them. They thought that this earth is for everybody too. But because of the law and because of Supreme Court and all that, they have now started putting a lot of attention to this topic. And now they've got the power to do whatever they are doing, you know, taking, relocating them or bashing them up for what? I feel it's a sign of
lack of intelligence.
yeah, like you're powerless. What else can you do? Like seriously, you feel you are powerful by hitting a voiceless? Like seriously, it's sad that this kind of mentality is there in India. It's really sad.
I just imagine, imagine being married to one of these type of people that thinks in this way or acts in this way. Like a poor auntie who's married to some angry young. It's that like there's frustrated people that are just giving it to poor innocent animals, and then फिर weekend को जाके राम राम करेंगे मंदिर पे.
कोई मतलब नहीं है.
But your actions are not aligning with your belief system. So it's so frustrating when I see it. I see people arguing online कि नहीं कुत्तों को हटाना चाहिए, कुत्ते ये problem है वो problem है. I'm like, we have bigger problems in India. We have a rape every 16 minutes.
EQI.
Does that
Exactly.
Like, do we lock away the men? Should we do something about pollution? Like, we have bigger problems.
Exactly. No, but they don't want to focus on that. They want to focus on the voiceless because that's the easier way out.
Exactly. But also it's justifying the fact that crores of rupees has been wasted, and where has it gone? It's meant to be used for the ABC program, but it's not being used, right? So they have to deflect somehow.
Yeah, I am just praying that there is God up there, there is karma.
There has to be something, man. Like something has to give.
Yeah, because there is a reason why animals exist in this world. And we have to coexist. I keep telling in all my videos that this earth is not only humans. Yes, we are superior, but that doesn't mean that we dominate other species. That's so wrong. That's so selfish. It's like misusing your superiority. That's so wrong.
Absolutely. And I think being a species that is superior when it comes to moral thinking and ability to rationally think, that is the reason for us to take care of the earth and its creatures.
Exactly.
If we're misusing it, then we're no better than savages. And it's just so disappointing to see, especially in the land of 𝐜𝐴𝐻𝐸𝐻𝑖msa, which is India.
Yeah.
I'm like, I am yet to see
I'm shocked
𝐜𝐴𝐻𝐸𝐻𝑖msa. Where is it?
Exactly. I'm actually shocked that this is happening in India for some reason. How come after so many years, this topic and this law has occurred? From where? Why? People were just chilling. People were just seeing dogs and cats around and they were all okay. Now you've just faltu ka put attention on that, which is unnecessary, I feel. For what? God knows.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's genuinely, I wrote a blog on my LinkedIn last week about how me asking the question, like, is the world getting progressively worse? Or are we just more exposed to it and more desensitized to it? Because every day on my feed, I will see this child being blown up in Gaza, or I'll see this animal being beaten up or something, right? So we're exposed to so much constant, suffering and pain and killing. And then 2 minute baad phone call aayega, brand deal, ye karna hai, wo karna hai. So your brain has to go from seeing extreme suffering, then 1 second later, oh, brand deal ka content karna hai.
Correct.
It's like, we just have to constantly compartmentalize, and does it make us desensitized? I don't know. It's like...
But in a way, I feel this social media platform is actually exposing a lot of real content, I feel. Otherwise, who would know what's happening? Exactly.
Yeah. Like these videos that are surfacing of all these things that are happening with like dogs and stuff.
It's depressing also, but it's actually creating awareness also. Like we have these kind of people in our society.
Absolutely. And I think I see it as a positive thing because I'm like, the more these things are shared and exposed, for me, it's motivating. I know it's very depressing to see it, but it depends how you choose to, what you do with that information.
Right.
Like, the world is terrible. This is a fact. We know it. And there's no point being depressed about it. It's like, you may as well, we're here for such a small amount of time. We may as well do whatever we can do to make it a better place, at least in our community.
Exactly.
You know?
I mean, we are trying. I know you are also trying your best to, help the voiceless. And I just pray to God. Like, seriously, when it comes to praying, I pray sincerely to God for this one, like for the voiceless. Like, something has to evolve. Something has to be right here.
Yeah.
This depresses me. Like, I have tears in my eyes so many times. And my husband's like, what happened? Like, even if I'm traveling, if I see something on social media that this one's bashed, this one, and I saw so many things that 300 dogs were killed.
Or just now in South India, right?
And I was like, what is wrong with them? How are they even doing it?
But I don't understand.
Because there are a lot of stress. That's it. What is this reason? The answer is sterilization.
That's it.
But they don't want to do that. It's very disheartening.
Absolutely. I feel like nature has a way of balancing things out, and I just hope that it happens more. Like, we've had COVID and we have all these natural disasters that keep happening, right? It's almost like I feel that needs to happen times 100 because there has to be a balance now. It's just getting too out of
During
control.
COVID, you saw the amount of animals were on the road.
Yeah.
Because they were finally living.
Ecosystems improved, because less people on the streets, less pollution, less humans littering, like, what a difference it made. And, it really highlighted to me that humans really, if anything, are a plague, and there has to be less of us. Because if we can't be custodians of this earth, then we just have to be less of us.
Exactly. But no, that's also not happening.
It's not happening.
It's not happening.
They're increasing. There's too many increasing. But the problem, Karishma, is that the amazing humans that I know, okay, that are doing incredible stuff, good-hearted, thoughtful, emotionally intelligent, they are not having children. In fact, if they're having children, maybe they'll have one. But the ones that do not fit that category and should not be having children are having 5, 10, 20, this, that.
Yeah, and cats.
Yeah.
It's my dream. I've told my husband also. Like, once I touch 55, that is if I'm alive, I want as a birthday gift, thank you, birthday gift or a gift, like a land, and I keep all the rescue babies there.
Oh, that's like...
Yeah, I'm gonna take a big piece of land.
Wow.
And I'm gonna just stay with them. So my after 55 life is gonna be with them.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be happy with them.
Yeah, that's when you've made it in life.
Exactly.
Like, that's all that is. What else is there?
Pure bliss.
Like, that will be incredible.
Yeah.
Like some sanctuary.
Yeah.
Where you can...
Something.
If you see
Where the
some
vets
injured
are also
dog,
there.
you can take them there and it's like your place. I'd love that.
I would love it. I would so love it. Like, all kind of animals just be with me, around me, and I sleep with them, I wake up with them.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a life. I will do it.
Yeah.
I'm saying it on camera.
Now she's committed to it.
Yeah, 100%.
So tell me about your personal and work life. So I understand that you are an investor at a cafe called Greener. How did that happen? And were you ever, or are you still non-vegetarian on some process of not being, like, where are you at in life?
A lot of people know, but I should tell to everyone that I'm a born vegetarian. I'm a Gujarati. I come from a Gujarati family, and my full family is born vegetarians. And because I was not a vegan back then, I'm a Gujarati, so dairy was like a big part of my, my food, like chash or doodh or paneer. But when I was aware about the animal cruelty and the process behind it, I gradually stopped. So it's been 4 or 5 years or maybe more that I've stopped having milk. So I don't have milk because I feel it's not my right to have a cow's milk. Cow's milk is for the calf and not me. So I don't have that. But having said that, sometimes when you're going abroad or when you're traveling or when you're in a restaurant, if there's like curd-based vegetable or a paneer based something, so then maybe I have it sometimes, you know. But I consciously make an effort. If I have to make something at home, then I avoid paneer and I have tofu. I have stopped having chash. Chash was my favorite, mine and my dad's. But I have stopped having.
Can you make a non-dairy? You could make a non-dairy
Yeah, so
version,
peanut
right?
butter. Sorry, peanut chash you can make. There's peanut curd. There are a lot of vegan curds also. Of course, it doesn't taste like the cow milk because you're used to that.
Yeah.
But I have now made that shift that I don't like picking up that chash anymore. Though I love it, but I know this is not my milk. It's not for me to have it.
Wow.
I feel very guilty picking it up.
Yeah.
But that, as I said, but when I'm in a restaurant, if anything is, curd based and paneer based and all that, so I maybe just have it, because then to look for a vegan restaurant or to look for this thing with, if I'm going out in a group, that becomes a little problem. So there sometimes I have it. So that's why I'm not like a proper vegan, but I'm there. I'm almost there.
Dude, you're like 1,000 times more than like 99% of our population. Like the fact that you're 90 and 95% vegan is making a huge difference, you know? I really celebrate anyone at least thinking consciously. And trying something, you know, because something is better than nothing.
Yeah.
And every day it's about, just trying to think a little more consciously. How can I minimize my impact somewhat for myself and for other people also?
Yeah, I have minimized leather also. I had just done a campaign with PETA and I had said that, I do own leather bags. I do have leather shoes, but I'm making an effort of selling it off, and whatever money I earn from it, I give it to NGOs, I give it to, all these, whoever needs food for dogs and all that. So I don't keep that money, because that money is also coming from leather.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's surprising that shift has come in me. Nobody's told me, but I just don't feel like buying leather anymore. It's been 2.5 years. My husband keeps telling me every birthday that I'll get you this, I'll get you that. We travel, take this tote, take this, but everything's leather. Everything is either.
Thank God for Stella McCartney. Thank God we have something.
Exactly. But even our local artisans, they're very, very good if you have
so much in India actually, and it's and also what impresses me with India is the innovation that's happening here. We have like banana leather and mango leather. We even have
pineapple leather.
Yes.
Exactly.
So there's so much amazing stuff that's actually very exciting, and you're not limited with what you can get. You just have to do a little bit of research.
And a lot of brands give good faux leather. So I'm okay to.
Exactly.
But I've still not shifted from my shoes. I'm still making that gradual process.
All of Steve Madden is leather free.
Oh.
That's a little tip for you there.
Nice.
Yeah. But the thing is that for me, even if I have old leather stuff, I have a couple of bags that are still leather back from like 25 years ago. Okay. But I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
My issue is not feeding into the system. Like, I don't want to be purchasing new leather things and adding to the supply chain.
Yeah.
If it's already in the system, I don't really have an ethical problem with it. It's like, I would just never go and buy a leather handbag now. I don't want to give someone money, ki, here, you've killed this animal for me. I want this product. I just can't, and then I was talking to my friend the other day, and she is like, what about if I buy a second-hand leather bag? And I'm like, well, see, this is an interesting one, but it's like, then it's a very personal thing, because yes, you're not feeding into the system. That bag is already in the system, technically.
Technically, yeah.
But then it becomes a personal thing that, did you have to get that leather bag?
Do you want to own a leather bag?
Yeah, like...
Say you want to, it's not about leather. I tell people it's about the brand. It's about the luxury. You want to have a certain kind of brands with you. Okay, I get it. If I'm okay to pay the same price, I don't know whether they want to listen or no, I'm okay to pay the same price, but give me faux leather. I'm okay. I'm not mad behind the leather. कि ये कौन सा leather है, ये crocodile है, ये है. I don't care.
Yeah.
I want the brand.
It's the brand.
And I want faux leather. I'm okay to pay the price.
Exactly.
But make at least.
I think Gucci had released a special faux leather bag. They had done some special one, and it was like 4 or 5 lakhs or something like that.
YSL has a knit bag which is worth 5 lakhs.
Wow.
Knit bag.
I mean, some of the bags can be a little ridiculous. I'm like, look, I do
They're
want
like,
a bag.
You don't want leather, na? Ye lo.
कपड़े का लो.
कपड़ा भी नहीं था,
कपड़ा भी नहीं था, actually
घास।
घास था, technically, yeah. But I think I know the tote bag that you're talking
The
about.
I said big one.
That big one that's weaved.
Jali.
I actually liked it, though. I'm like, nice for the beach.
I took it.
Nice for the
My
beach.
husband's like, since you're not buying the leather, let me buy this. 5 lakhs. Is it worth it? Stupidity.
Yeah, but what can you do?
But I took it because it's YSL. I love that brand.
Yeah.
And even Dior has good cloth bags.
Yeah.
They have good stuff.
Yeah, they have lots of stuff. So that's the thing. You just do the research and actually you'll find a lot of the big brands, they've got loads of stuff that you can get.
And veganism now is coming in the market. Brands are aware that people are not buying leather.
Exactly.
A lot of people are not buying leather.
Even if you want to buy a Mercedes-Benz, a brand new Mercedes-Benz, you can now opt to get vegan leather instead of animal-based leather.
Superb.
So important. It's like we need to have these choices with luxury products so that it's not like, as a vegan, it's not like, oh, mujhe, luxury nahi chahiye. Nahi, aisa kuch nahi hai. Hippie nahi banna hai, hame jaake forest mein nahi rehna hai. I also want the luxury things, but not at the expense of hurting an animal where possible.
Exactly. We are consciously making little effort, right?
Exactly.
And that's what matters. I'm very proud of the shift. Little shift, but I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, exactly. So there's this thing called the vegan calculator. Okay, it's like this website and you input either how long you've been vegetarian or how long you've been vegan. And it tells you how much water, land, animals, and CO2 you've saved. So tell me, so let's say you've been vegetarian your whole life.
Yes.
Theek hai? Oh shit. I'm not going to say how many exact, how old you are exactly. No, you're an actor.
Months क्या होता है?
Just put your age. Just put your age there and go calculate. So now if we go with these numbers you've input, it's automatically calculated. So according to how old you are, and as actors we do not, and ladies, we don't reveal our age, but Karishma has saved 8,111 animals, 67,000 or 6.7 million, 6.7 million liters of water, 87,000 kg of grain, 9,733 square meters of forested land, and 29,000 kg of CO2. Wow, that's insane.
Wow.
It would actually be more because you have given up a lot of the dairy aspect, which has a huge impact on land and water use. So that's incredible.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you think of it that way because
I want people to think that way. I don't think so. People have that much time only.
Yeah.
I think there should be campaigns or there should be a subject of veganism in a school. Then you choose. You want to be a non-vegetarian, you want to be a vegetarian, or you be vegan.
But at least pehle have the knowledge.
Knowledge ही नहीं था ना हमारे बचपन में.
Exactly.
If I had that exposure that milk comes from cow, I used to think that okay, wow, cow is nicely chilling and the milk's been taken out and we are fed. You don't put your mind only how milk comes. First of all, you ask anybody on the road right now, आपको पता है कि मिल्क कैसे आता है? क्रूअल्टी होती है? They'll not know. Trust me when I say that.
And all of them will think कि दूध तो चाहिए रहता है healthy होने के लिए.
उनको नहीं पता है कि क्रूअल्टी मतलब literally artificial insemination से
i.e. rape.
Yeah, exactly. 365 days, how can you produce milk?
Yeah.
A human mother can produce 365 days? No. Similarly with cows, you can't 365 days produce milk. It's because of your industry. You want to artificially do that. That's so wrong. People don't know that. My problem is that. So, me getting angry on humans is sometimes I feel it's not their fault because they don't know how it is done.
Yeah.
So, I feel there should be campaigns or there should be a subject in the school that this is how dairy products or leather is made. Now it's up to you.
Yeah.
I don't want to thopo my thoughts on somebody. You want to, you live the way you want to. It is my way of teaching you. Then it's up to you. You want to, implement it or something.
But if you keep it very factual, that this is what it is, not trying to push any agenda this way or that way, it's like this is just what it is. Now you decide. Yeah. And it encourages critical thinking in children as well, which is honestly not something that it's really happens. Like I didn't have that as a child growing up. I wasn't encouraged to question everything. It's just jo bhi mummy daddy bata rahe hain, that is your reality. जो भी आपका school बता रहा है, जो भी आपके दोस्त बता रहे हैं, that is your reality. It's like you don't think beyond that, right? With everything, we should always ask
So I really feel that they should have this subject. I really like create more awareness.
Absolutely.
Then you leave it to them. Your karma, your thoughts. You do whatever you want to. You do you.
You know, when I went to a dairy farm and just यहाँ आरे colony पे.
Oh Jesus,
Okay.
बापरे. How did you manage? I would be depressed for maybe months.
It was shocking. Anyway, the guy was telling us कि जो वहाँ पे काम करता है वो हमें बता रहा था कि जो सब बच्चे हैं यहाँ पे उनको सब कटिंग के लिए भेजने वाले हैं. वहाँ पे छोटे-छोटे बच्चे थे. Maybe
Cutting मतलब
5 to 10 to DNR उनको कटिंग के लिए भेजते हैं. Like to kill them, to eat them. So he was just telling us very factually कि सब ये police को सब मालूम है, सबको मालूम है कि हम यही करते हैं, da da da. And then they were injecting all of the buffaloes with oxytocin, and I learned that oxytocin actually forces a mother into labor, so it induces labor. So imagine they're being injected with oxytocin every day to induce labor pain, to induce labor. That is why they give so much extra milk. Because we need to increase production. And I'm just like, you're forcing, not only are you raping these innocent animals, but on top of that, you're then taking their child, killing their child, and then doing this like every day, and then killing them at the end of it also. And I just find it so hard to reconcile in my head that.
And what about गाय हमारी माता है? And
उसका कुछ नहीं, उसका कुछ नहीं, बस कहने की बात है. वो बस कहने की बात है. And I find, so many people that, when they're celebrating Ganpati, and I don't want to come across that I'm commenting on anyone's religion. I am not. I question when we act hypocritically, and that can be in any religion. The point is that if we're saying that we believe in something, then uske jo values hain, we have to adopt those values as well. And I find that, a lot of my own family members as well, who might really believe in Shivji, and, Shivji mein kya mante the? He's consciousness. He believes in pure love for the universe and all of its creatures. But most people do not act in that way. We support cruel systems. We don't care about pollution. We don't care about our impact on the world. And, if we truly did think about what are the teachings of, if we really go back to the root of the teachings of all religions,
exactly,
everything teaches us kindness and care.
Yeah. And every god has that love for animal.
Exactly.
They are around them.
Exactly.
We still don't learn.
Exactly right. Yeah, which is very, very sad.
Very sad. I pity them. Then how can you not have compassion? How can you not have kindness? This is the least for a human to have.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's very weird for me, like when someone says that they love dogs, but then they eat meat. I find it really hard to
I don't trust them, first of all.
I'm like, and then they're like, I'm an animal lover. I'm like, are you really an animal lover though?
Exactly.
Like that's not really, it's not adding up, right?
That's hypocrisy,
Yeah, it is absolutely hypocritical. So there's this, I don't know if you saw the new US food guidelines that just got released.
What is it?
So पहले जो food pyramid होता था, right? Fruit and vegetables was in the biggest this thing, okay?
Category.
अब उन्होंने उल्टा कर दिया.
Oh.
Okay, so meat and dairy is now at the top of the US food pyramid.
Oh.
They're saying people need to be eating a lot more meat and red meat and dairy products. And it's so interesting because I just did a calculation before I came here for this podcast, okay? Having 1 glass of milk, 2 tablespoons of ghee, and 1 teaspoon of butter, just this much in one day puts you 50% over your saturated fat limits for the whole day, right? And saturated 1 glass of milk, 2 tablespoons of ghee. Now imagine every household, हमारे जो मम्मी डैडी हैं सब कितना डेयरी भर भर के, घी भर भर के, कर्ड भर भर के, all this stuff, सोच के कि healthy है. But it's loaded with saturated fat. India's #1 killer is heart disease. Heart disease is caused by saturated fat. We're the #1 consumer of dairy. And when you put this whole picture together, it's like, okay, something is not adding up here.
Yeah, of course.
And then I was reading that 8 of the 9 researchers on the food pyramid were paid by the meat and dairy industry.
Of course, otherwise how will their industry work?
Exactly. And it's like a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Obviously, they have vested interests to encourage more people to not follow plant-based diet, veganism, all of this stuff. उनका ही नुकसान हो रहा है. So they have to and it's amazing कि कितने level तक people
You can stoop to what level?
Yeah, and people
To just
believe
earn
it.
money.
Yeah.
What is it? What is the end motive?
That's it, money now.
Money. Yeah,
But it just
sad.
goes to show now that you can buy off money. If you have money, you can do anything. You can shape anything that you want.
You can actually. It's sad, yeah, Amy. I don't know, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, what it also can be a little depressing because then it's like when you think of the magnitude of how big the problem is, the scale at which 80 billion animals per year we kill, 80 billion to feed 8 billion humans. It's like the math isn't mathing.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing,
Just
dude?
that one meal you want to enjoy, for that an animal is being killed. Just for that joy.
Yeah.
For your palate.
Yeah.
It's sad. And it's going down where? After it, the next day.
It's sad, and it's like, once you've spent time with animals and you understand that they all have unique personalities.
But that's you and me, an animal lover. I'm saying a lot of people, they don't care. They just think it's a food chain.
Yeah.
We are, from years, we eat animals, and that's how we're supposed to, live.
Yeah.
So they don't think the way we think.
Yeah.
They don't have that kind of love or compassion for animals, or that feeling for animals, I feel. Yeah. So that awareness, it's a gradual process, I feel, but that should come. Or maybe there should be some gradual change.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to go all out, but something that... Exactly.
Yeah. And it all starts just with that one step,
One step.
Yeah.
And it's a big step.
So there was this 39-year-old vegan influencer, okay, and she died. Just 39, all right? And everyone,
used to think that, oh, she's vegan.
That's why she died. And all the news headlines say, 39-year-old vegan influencer dies because she's vegan, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, God.
But then when you look further into it, okay, and you actually see the information, she died because उसने 6 साल के लिए पानी नहीं पिया, okay? Also, she was only eating one type of fruit.
Fruit?
हाँ. I'm like, अगर ऐसा कोई, firstly, ये vegan label लगाना, if someone's not eating properly,
exactly.
not eating a balanced diet, of course they're going to be sick and unwell. This lady had a mental problem. But they use this word vegan in such a negative context to sensationalize and misrepresent the story. And then everyone is sending me the story being like, oh, see how unhealthy vegan is. It's so unhealthy. I'm like,
from which angle vegan is unhealthy?
Come on.
Having plants, having fiber is not unhealthy. They just want reasons to just blame somebody.
That's it.
That's not going to change. The sensible vegan is never going to change.
Absolutely. I think if you go vegan or vegetarian for the right reasons, it sticks. I think if you maybe want to follow a trend, aisa kuch, maybe it won't stay, but I think if you do it for ethical reasons, then it's really hard to go back.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, I can't ethically justify it.
And once you turn a vegetarian, then it's very difficult for you to have meat. Because you've cleansed your body that way. You feel lighter. I feel. I don't know.
I feel lighter. I feel...
You returned a vegetarian?
Yeah, I used to be a non-vegetarian when I was younger. And then I watched a documentary when I was 15. And it was like overnight. I gave up meat, dairy, eggs, everything. And I knew nothing about health, nothing. But I just knew that ethically it's not making sense to me. So this documentary, Earthlings, was very, very tough to watch. It went through every industry, how we exploit and use animals from an ethical perspective, for clothing, for fashion, for food, for entertainment, for everything. So it made me reconsider the whole spectrum of animal use, and then it tied it into how white people have used black people for slavery and justified it, and how men have used women for various contexts and justified it, and how might does not equal right. And I loved that statement. I'm like, that is so true. Just because we're the mightiest does not mean we can do whatever we want. In fact, it's the opposite. We have to be taking care.
But we don't.
And this is where the whole world has gone upside down, because the ego has taken over everything.
Of course.
And empathy is just at an all-time low. So you know what you were talking about?
There is absolutely no empathy.
There's no empathy. You know how you were talking about कि बच्चों को सिखाना कि school में like veganism. There should be a whole curriculum around empathy. Right? Empathy for
Kindness,
animals, empathy for yourself, and empathy for people around you.
Yeah.
You know, like how amazing would that be? Actually, in the UK, there's a new school curriculum for teaching boys to respect women.
Wow.
I'm like, India needs that.
India
pretty
needs
desperately,
that too, yeah,
actually.
100%.
Pretty desperate.
So all these things need to be taught. These kind of subjects has to be taken very seriously. Kindness, empathy, as you said. How to treat a woman, all of that. You know, sometimes, like, as I said, in childhood also, like, during Diwali, we used to burst crackers and I used to laugh. But nobody taught me that there is a world up there also.
Yeah.
You know, like, there are birds. For them, this is death. So I stopped. So, but nobody taught me.
Yeah.
It's self-awareness. But I want people to know now. I want it as a subject.
Yeah.
That just coexist with the ecosystem. Why can't you? Like there are birds, people, I mean animals live on the land, sea. There's everything everywhere.
Yeah.
People just don't coexist, and I hate that because there is no awareness. As I keep saying, there is absolutely no awareness.
I actually get really pissed off, like when in Mumbai, whenever there's a big celebration or something for some festival, the amount of noise, firecrackers, faltu ka shor sharaba,
And if you voice it,
then I'm anti-nationalist,
Yeah.
I'm anti-India, I'm anti-religion.
हमारे religion में ऐसा ही होता है.
And it's like, hang on, we're not even talking about what is. Everyone has forgotten the spiritual aspect of the religion.
It's nothing to do
all
with
for
religion.
show.
People
What
need
does
to
this
know.
have to do with the religion part? Okay. In fact, it would be a lot more in line with your religion if you went and did a beach cleanup, or you went and actually contributed to positive something in society, not making a nuisance. Like, no one wants that. And that's not in any way like celebrating your God. It's actually, again, ego.
Exactly. People in India really have high egos. They all think about religion. Nobody's talking about, we respect, as you also said, we respect everybody's religion. It's about drawing a line. It's about what is wrong, what is right.
Yeah.
That's not happening in our country.
Exactly. And it's kind of like every time I comment on like any form of animal sacrifice, straight away, whether I comment on Eid, straight away the Muslims will comment to me and say, हाँ ईद के बारे में बात करती हो, लेकिन जो ये सब होता है मंदिर में उसके बारे में नहीं बात करती. Then when I comment on what happens in the mandir and I'm like, क्या कर रहे हैं बकरी के साथ, you know, piglet के साथ या chicken के साथ, then the Hindus will comment and be like, हाँ हमारे बारे में कह रही हो हिंदू के बारे में, लेकिन मुस्लिम के बारे में क्यों नहीं कहते? I'm like, मैं कुछ भी कहूँ. This is not about Hindu, Muslim, Christian. This is not about anything. This is something morally right in our modern context or not?
Yeah.
Whether you're atheist or anything is irrelevant to me. It's like, are you hurting another animal or human against its will?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to have a problem.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. And I feel ethics can just be broken down.
Exactly. Because they have
into
no
that.
reasons. They are just putting it on religion. It's about morals.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So tell me a bit about your work life, your Bollywood life. You have been an actor now for how long? I last saw you in Scoop, by the way.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was so good. I loved it. I loved it so much. I actually really loved the show.
Yeah.
Like, you were fab.
Yeah,
and it was
I
a really
loved
good
it.
show also.
Yeah, it was a brilliant show, brilliantly directed, written, everything. The entire team was so good, so hardworking, and I was so lucky, Amy, to find that kind of a script. It's like a script of a lifetime.
Dude, seriously, it was fab. Like, the story, like, I now and then I do go through a whole season of something, and it's not often that a show sticks with you, and it's like, great writing, great cinematography, good acting, good casting, and I was like tick tick tick. Like I loved it. Like I love Family Man. There's a couple in my top 5 that I'm like fab shows, and
I loved
Scoop
it
is one of
too.
them.
Thank you so much.
That's okay.
And a lot of interesting work coming, which I can't speak right now, but soon you will know.
Oh, awesome.
2026 looks good to me. Yeah.
Oh, touch wood. That's amazing.
Thank you.
So tell me, like, when it comes to, obviously, a lot of people have a lot of opinions about Bollywood. Have you had to change anything about yourself to be in this industry,
I just had
do you
to be
feel?
politically correct. That's the only change I've made. Otherwise, I am the way I am.
Like, in what way have you had to?
Like, you have to choose your words right. You have to not, you can't say a few things at a certain situation or a certain place. So I'm like, I'm mostly sugar-coated. So it's that. Otherwise, there is no absolute change, I would say. I'm very much me when it comes to interviews or when it comes to talking to people, but you're just more aware. So that's the only change I've got. Otherwise, this industry has been very, very good to me.
Yeah. Do you mean like if you see some kind of, like I've had instances where if I've been on set and I've noticed, like, let's say a director or someone being a little sexist or doing something, like, do you mean that you would be mindful of whether or not you say something or not in certain contexts?
You know, I have come from television, and at a very early age, I gained popularity. So every time I've been on the set, I've never experienced sexist comments or faced that or, been in an awkward situation. I haven't, because I was known from a very early age. So they dare not do that to me. Otherwise, I had the power to give it back to them. So luckily, I've not faced that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's good. Yeah.
That's in a way good. But I know a lot of people, as you said also, that they do face. But yeah, they come out strong, I feel.
Absolutely. And I think it just depends on how you position yourself. Like I
have this wall around me. The moment I'm on the set, I have this huge wall, invisible wall. You do not cross that. Yeah, so I maintain that.
I feel you. I think I resonate with that. I'm very much like that. I keep a wall in general everywhere because it's like don't mess with me. Like I'll be so nice to you and I'll treat you with respect and you treat me with respect, but just don't mess with me. And that's why I keep a professional distance most of the time. And I'm very guarded with my energy. I think that's the main thing.
Yeah,
like
you must guard because we are very pure, I feel.
Yeah. You should just guard. In the past, maybe when I was younger, I think I was very like too naive and like very giving and too, not even too giving, like just too nice.
Nice.
And then, a couple of years ago, my friend sat me down. She's like, Amy, you're too nice. I'm like, oh, okay. And so she gave me a book about being less nice. And I read it and it really changed my life. I'm like,
really?
Yeah. And it's not about being less nice at all. It's just about being more conservative with who you choose to give your energy to and not wasting it where it doesn't need to be. And that's been very valuable for me in my life to remember that. Yeah.
Interesting. It's a good way of understanding life in this industry, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because sometimes you're just innocent. You just want to like talk.
Yeah.
And share that power or energy. But people are not always that good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally get that, what she meant and why she gave you the book.
Yeah.
But are you fine now?
Yes, absolutely. And it's so funny, like when I first came to India, all right, I was very
How was
naive.
that experience?
So interesting. I was very naive when it came to this industry, okay? And I once got called to this casting place, okay? And the producer, he calls me into the room, okay? And he made my manager wait outside. Number one red flag is when they make the manager wait outside, okay? He calls me into the room and then imagine he's sitting here, okay? And I'm sitting there. I sit down. Then he signals to me ki yahan aake baith jao, like next to him. And I just start laughing. I'm like, what? And he's like, just sit here na, so I can see you closely. And I look around. I'm like, is this... So I just left. I'm like, this is like insane. And like that, there have been many occasions when I had first come. So it's like when I find that with a lot of people I meet who are maybe haven't had much exposure in this industry and are very new, they have to really navigate and be very resilient to stay out of difficult situations,
Right.
because there are people that don't want the best for you and want to maybe take advantage of someone's naivety, you know,
Right.
because they can.
Right.
And so, so I'm always very curious what people's journeys are, you know, with it. And
See, mine was television, so
but you've come from a very different this thing, because
yeah, totally. And I was always very, how do I say? I was naive, but not that naive for some reason. You know, being in Mumbai probably gave me that power.
absolutely, you've grown up in Mumbai.
Yeah, I'm a Mumbai girl. So that gave
So
me the
both of
power.
that's, like,
I was street
inbuilt in
smart.
your DNA.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
very street smart. I exactly knew where it's heading, cut it off, change the topic. So I've dodged, you know. So I've been smart that way.
Yeah.
I'm like, dare not mess with me.
I'd be scared too.
yeah. People are scared to talk to me. And I love that for some reason.
No, it's great. I
Yeah.
love it. My friends say when I asked what was it like when you first met me, one of my best friends, I've known her for 14 years now, she's like, Amy, I was intimidated. Like when I first met you, I thought you were just like this bitchy woman and I didn't want to approach you.
You?
I'm like, yeah.
Huh?
I'm like, good.
Oh, wow.
But I'm like, you know how people perceive you sometimes is very different to how you think you might be, right? It's very interesting. And most people tell me they find me intimidating when they don't.
I think that's a good compliment, no?
Happily. I want to be intimidating. Earn your right to come into my life.
Yeah,
you know, you have to earn my trust, Pele, then I'll let you in.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do you think would happen if Instagram disappeared tomorrow?
I would be very happy.
Yeah?
Yes, my work would suffer a little bit because we do a lot of like makeup brands and hair brands and athleisure wear.
Yeah.
But keeping that aside, I'm very happy that pressure's gone. I don't have to see negative things. I don't want to see what's happening in everybody's life. But because it's there, I want to see. But if it's not there, I'm very happy. I'll go back to my books. I'll go back to my old school driving, listening to music. I have a lot of other things to do other than social media. But because it's there, I don't want to leave it. It's that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But also, I feel like we're from an era where we've not grown up with it. So we're able to not consume, like it's appealing. The idea, if it's not there, is so appealing because it's like a pressure.
Yeah.
कि
It's pressure.
post डालना है, engagement थोड़ा नीचे हो गया.
Also the
ये है,
validation
वो है.
के कितने followers है. Like you've been working for years and then finally it comes down to how many followers you have. Like
Like,
seriously.
who cares? What about the value of your work? What about the body of your work? Like your capabilities as an actor? Irrelevant. It's like,
Irrelevant, totally.
I
It's
know.
so, so many good actors complain about this and I relate to them that this is not true. I mean, this is not right.
yeah.
There's so many influencers who have that kind of talent, have more followers than us actors, but they get the work because they have more followers. Now, you can't choose work and you can't give them work basis on their following.
No, उनको बस free में advertising चाहिए ना, तो इसलिए करते हैं.
I don't understand this part of social media.
Yeah, but I'm with you. If Instagram got deleted, I'm
happy.
like,
हाँ, very good. चलो.
excellent.
Very good. हाँ, थोड़े पैसे कम हो जाएंगे पर ठीक है, उसमें भी दूसरा कुछ ढूंढ लेंगे.
I understand that you're a vegan. Is it anti-meat or just pro-vegan?
I'm vegan by choice, and Blueprint says nothing about meat. So if people want to eat meat, great. It's just encouraging people to say, let's look at the evidence, we'll look at measurement, we'll look at how you're doing. So really, it's not an opinion on anything.
What do you think about this? I personally love it.
But I'm the same thing, that I am not asking y'all to stop. I am just creating awareness and encouraging people to have,
To then think.
to think otherwise.
Yeah.
As I said, a lot of people are not using their brains. They're not using their mind. How does this come? Dairy, meat. They know, of course, but they don't know the cruelty behind it. Are you really wanting to have it? Are you dying without it? It's not. So yeah, I mean, I have friends where I argue that, what is this non-vegetarian eating and this and that. They're like, you do you. we are born and brought up in a way where we eat non-vegetarian, and this is a food chain for us. Since family is following that, we are also following. I just say, okay, fine, I understand, respect your way of eating. I'm just saying that this is how it's done.
Yeah.
See the reality and then you choose,
Yeah.
you know?
Absolutely.
Understand what goes behind it, and then if you still choose to eat, okay, then it's up to you.
It's like how he was saying, look at the evidence and look at the outcomes.
Yeah, see the evidence.
And he's talking from a health perspective. And this is a guy who's a billionaire who is spending millions on, you know this guy, right? This Brian person, what he was referring to, Blueprint. So basically, he's this billionaire who wants to live forever. And he's finding out the optimum diet and optimum way for him to live as long as possible to be with his son.
Wow.
And so he's developed this thing called Blueprint, which is like your blueprint to live as long as possible. And it is by default vegan, because based off the evidence, he's established that being vegan is the cleanest way for your body to live. I'm like, hang on, this guy who's a billionaire who spent millions on research is saying that this is the optimum way, then, you know, he's proving it, you know, he's living it. So it's very interesting to observe.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that in India there are so many vegan restaurants. You know, like there are a lot of good brands are also having vegan options for bags, shoes, belts, fur or whatever. So I'm very happy that that change is there. It's not that we are just blabbering and think people are not listening. There is a change, but it's a slow process, I feel, you know. Where were vegan restaurants? You've been here for 4 years. Before that, there were no vegan restaurants in India.
Yeah.
But now if you go, any city you go, there are vegan restaurants and they're doing absolutely well.
Yeah.
Greener is a vegan restaurant where I've invested in Reach Candy. It's doing phenomenally well.
And the food at Greener is fab. Like when I first moved to Bandra, there was first there was Earth Cafe.
Correct.
Okay, and I used to go to Earth Cafe all the time. And then Greener was there, the one that's here.
The Bandra one.
And I loved the food.
Yes.
And it was just so clean, simple, nice food. And I always felt good when I went there. That was a couple of years ago. And now it's just increased so much, you know, and it's more widely, you know, adopted. Even places like I went to Car Social, okay, of all places, had a mock chicken, chili chicken.
Correct. So they have few, in the menu also, they have options of vegan.
Yeah.
So I like that they respect veganism and that small shift is happening.
Yeah.
It'll take a long way, but it'll happen, I feel.
So there's this one influencer who really positions himself as being an anti-vegan sort of person, okay? And he's like this toxic male kind of guy. Anyway, he recently said that what someone chooses to eat is their own decision when it comes to morals. Like it's their own moral decision about what they want to eat or not. No one can tell them that this is right or wrong when it comes to food. And you know, I found that comment interesting because I was like, can we really say that? In all honesty, because if we, like, let's say, for example, if someone was kicking a dog on the street right now, everyone would agree कि ये गलत है. Don't do it. And they would hit that person or stop that person, you know? So we can all agree that morality is not subjective. It's either right or wrong. Like if you're hurting someone,
this is right or this is wrong.
Exactly, right. So when we say कि subjective है, then my concern is that आप कोई भी चीज को लेके कह सकते हो कि subjective है. Because that guy जो कुत्ते को मार रहा है, वो भी हमें कह सकता है कि मेरा subjective truth है, ये मेरे लिए सही है.
Correct.
So then it's like, then someone can justify anything.
But they can. Still, this topic is subjective. Still.
Yeah.
About having meat or not having meat or staying clean, it's subjective. I still till date have conversations with people and they just keep quiet. We love animals, but we like to eat them also, and they're very clear about it. And they see my face change, but they don't care. It's my duty to tell them that this is the harsh reality.
That's all you can do.
That's about it. I try to influence, but if they want to use their brains and choose a cleaner life, good. Then otherwise, as you said, it's very subjective. It is.
And it's like, you know, for me, it's very simple. It's like option A, option B. If option A means it's less suffering, and option B is maximum suffering, then obviously I'll go for option A now.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I'm not a psycho. Like, I would prefer the less suffering if I can.
Yeah.
I know that existing doesn't mean no suffering. Like, some small animals might die in the cultivation to make some vegetables. But maximum animals die for the production of the meat.
Just to eat.
Just to eat. And all the fruits and vegetables that that animal has also eaten. So it's like maximum damage has happened with the meat. So jitna bhi hum kam kar sakte hain, obviously I want to do that now.
Yeah.
And I just hope that more people get inspired to do the
I
same.
really hope,
And
that's the dream.
it's great that you're so open about it and so, willing to talk on a public platform about this thing, and hopefully it motivates other people to at least make little changes. Like that would make,
I would
such a
really-
difference.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if someone's turned vegetarian and have that mindset to, have a clean life.
Yeah.
That's an achievement.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Karishma.
Thank
It's
you,
been
thank you, Amy.
fab. I've
Thank
had a
you.
great time talking to you, and all the best.
Thank you.